everyone, how's it going? Matthew Bailey Media here, and welcome to another live action TV show review. I know it's been a while since I did this review for this specific show, but if you can't tell from some of the reactions to the trailers I posted over the last couple months, we finally reached the day you've all been waiting for, and that is, of course, my review on Season 2 of One Piece Into the Grand Line. That's the subtitle for this season, but this is basically Season 2 of the live-action One Piece. And boy, oh boy, I have to admit, this show was incredible, just like the first season. There were some moments I definitely wasn't expecting, and I even watched some of the anime that leads up to the supposed finale of this live action show, and now I'm going to start getting ready to watch the future Alabasta season, which we know season 3 is going to cover. And I even hear that this show is supposed to finish filming in June of this year, so that's going to be interesting to see. But with season 2, known as simply with the subtitle Into the Grand Line, we all know how season 1 ended. Luffy and his new crew members set sail towards the Grand Line, but we did see a lot of other previous enemies like Buggy and even Alvida made an appearance at the end of season 1, which we do get both of them at the start of the season. I mean, that it was kind of a no-brainer that we were going to get them, but there were some secrets revealed in the first episode that I was completely surprised about. And I have to say, I feel like, even though I barely watched a lot of anime per se, excuse my hiccuping, I was just eating some stuff while I was watching the show. But like I said, with this show, I feel like this is the only live-action adaptation of an anime that seems to really stay true to the source material, and that's mainly because the guys who are behind, the showrunners who are behind this show, is actually... See, here's the thing that I think a lot of animes, or live-action animes, don't seem to really get right, and that's the fact that this is the only live-action anime adaptation that that also has where the showrunners have actually had help from the guy who created the anime, or the manga, I should say, that was then turned into anime, then turned into live action. And I forgot how to pronounce his name correctly. Let me know in the comments how to pronounce it correctly, but the fact that they actually have the guy who created the manga having a hand in developing this live action show. I mean, we all saw how well season 1 did, and now this season has done even better in my mind. I mean, we got to see a lot of stuff from the anime leading up to the end of this season that then leads into season 3, which we will hopefully be getting sometime next year, if the rumor about it finishing filming in June is to be believed. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised though if it comes out around around the August time of 2027, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think August of 2023 was when they released season 1. So it would just make sense if they did it like that. And plus, this season even though this season actually supposedly was done filming in December of 2024, which was 6 months of production basically for this, but it didn't get released until 14 months later, pretty much. 14, almost 15 months later. So if the rumor of it coming out or being done filming in June of this year, you take 14 months from then, and that puts it around the August or September of next year, and that just makes the most sense in my mind. Now, depending on how I know, it's going to be no surprise that this season is probably going to do very well on when it comes to streaming numbers, and I guarantee that it'll do so well that before season 3 is even done filming, they're probably going to greenlight a 4th and 5th season, maybe even 6th if they really wanted to. because I know how well this show is doing. And honestly, like I said, I never watched a lot of anime besides this one, or I started watching the anime to get prepared for this, and I'm glad I did, because this is getting insane. But like I said, this is a really great thing that's happening, and I cannot wait for season 3 of the live action One Piece. I'm not sure what they're actually if they're gonna put a subtitle on it, or if they're just gonna keep calling it One Piece season 3. But with season 2, great character moments, great storyline leading into the season 3 arc, which is going to be supposedly based on Alabasta. If y'all don't know the One Piece anime lore, you know what that is. But like I said, this season just got better and better for me as time went on. So for now, let me give you my rating of the show. So for my rating of season 2 of the live action One Piece, like I said, great show. Really looking forward to what they come up with next. And like I said, I think I gave the first season a 4 out of 5, but with this season, heck, I'm just gonna say right now, I'm probably gonna give it another solid 4 out of 5. But I do think this one is actually better than season 1 in my mind. Definitely getting better and better as time goes on. So anyways, that's all for now in this review of season 2 for One Piece. And as always, I will see all of you guys in the next video.